moving. Sweet candy coated honey bar, good looking. The way how you moving, put me in a mood, I'm glad to see you. Your waistline on the baseline, so attractive, I wanna be a captive. I see a smile on your face now, so beautiful, I know you're original.
So come push back on me, I wanna see if you got good chemistry. And come wind up on me, don't hold back, y'all, just be free. I love how you dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance to me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we still grooving. I love how you dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance to me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we still grooving. Cause we still grooving. Cause we still grooving. Cause we still grooving.
Come talk to me, girl. Classy and intelligent, are you on the world? I let me sit face to face. Know your feet detention, just had to mention. Your brown eyes, shining bright, so gorgeous and glowing like sunlight. Hear your voice, angelic high, so amazing, I wanna keep this going.
So come push back on me, I wanna see if you got good chemistry. Come wind up on me, don't hold back, y'all, just be free. I love how you dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, y'all, you're sweet off. Dance for me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we still grooving. I love how you dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, y'all, you're sweet off. Dance for me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we still grooving. Cause we still grooving. Cause we still grooving. Cause we still grooving.
Hey, 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 girl, I wanna take you home with me.
And hey, 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 girl, show you good energy, yeah.
Hey, 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 girl, I wanna treat you right, you see, you see, you see.
Hey, 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 yeah, girl. So come wind back on me, I wanna see if we got good chemistry. And come wind up on me, don't hold back, y'all, just be free. I love how you dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance for me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still moving. I love how you dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance for me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still moving. I love how you dance and you have my attention. And dance for me, baby. Just keep it moving, cause we're still moving. I love how you dance and show off, show off. You have my attention. And dance for me, baby, step out, step out. Keep it moving, we're still moving. Aye. Cause we're still moving. Step out, step out. Hey.
Yo, I think I'm gonna really give up this life. Let's try to be a better guy, But wait. Man, they got a good girl, and they really feel like go treat you a certain way.
I understand. So what's up with you?
Girls. Something's about kind of resolve. I think I can just, apologize and start fresh and clear the slate, and hopefully, that will work out for me.
Well, if it makes you happy, give it a try. She deserves it, right?
Hey, give you a call and see how it works out, man.
Let me know how it goes.
For sure. Thanks, man.
No problem.
how you doing? Before you hang up, can you just listen for a while? I was stupid, I'll admit it. Should've never done anything to take away your smile. So I dropped my pride, all my cards are laid. I know I hurt you most definitely, and I'm trying to make it right. I wanna take away your pain. Said you need your space and you're trying to live, but I'm really hoping that you can forgive me. I'm wrong, I wrote this song, it's been too long. Forgive me, baby. Baby, please, this is my apology. I was wrong, I was wrong. Don't you leave, this is my apology. I was wrong, I was wrong. So baby, can I come over and show you how sorry I am? I'll make you my lady tonight. Oh, if you want it, put your request in and I'll be on it. We'll make sweet love all through the night. I didn't know you would pick up the phone, and now I'm wondering if you were alone, girl. If so, just let me know. I wanna plan a rendezvous. Please forgive me, don't turn away. I wanna try again starting today, honey. I'll fight, I'll treat you right. See me tonight, I'll fix this, baby. Baby, please, this is my apology. I was wrong, I was wrong, girl. Don't you leave, this is my apology. I was wrong, I was wrong. Don't you leave, no, no. I was wrong, I apologize. Oh, believe me, I do, I apologize. I was wrong. I'm sorry, ooh, I'm sorry, I am. I'm sorry, I am. Baby, ooh, I'm sorry, ooh, I'm sorry, I am. I'm sorry, I am. Baby, please, this is my apology. I was wrong, I was wrong, girl. Don't you leave, my apology. Oh, baby, please. Ooh, I was wrong, I apologize. This is my apology. I was apologize. I was wrong.
Hello.
Hey babe, what you doing?
Nothing.
Can you come over?
Yeah, not easy.
Anybody ever told ya what a woman really is? If you ever get the moment, show them how much they give. You're a shoulder I can cry on, arms I can embrace. Is to hear my deepest thoughts, protect her night and day. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. You are amazing, cause you have given life. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. You're all amazing, I try to describe. You are woman, yes you are, yes you are. You are woman, yes you are, yes you are. You are woman, yes you are, yes you are. You are woman, yes you are, yes you are.
You have birthed the nations, a nurturer you are. You bless us with your wisdom, and you tended every scar. You have found me broken, you have shown me light. You ignited all my passions and loved me through the night. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. You are all amazing, cause you have given life. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. You are all amazing. I try to describe, you are woman. Yes, you are, yes, you are, you are woman. Yes, you are, yes, you are, you are woman. Yes, you are, yes, you are, you are woman. Yes, you are, yes, you are.
To be a woman is to be blessed with unparalleled intuition, to be powerful. Power independent of place or position. To be a woman is to be a mother, giving birth to sons and daughters, ideas, institutions, and business ventures. To be a woman is to be the current inspiration, the future aspiration of a young lady, of a little girl.
You're a masterpiece of harmony, a melody of light. You're a gem, a diamond flower in spring, you're one of a kind. You're a masterpiece of harmony, a melody of life. You're an African queen flower in spring, you're one of a kind. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. So you are amazing. I try to describe, you are woman. Yes, you are, yes, you are, you are woman. Yes, you are, yes, you are, you are woman. Yes, you are, yes, you are, you are woman. You are woman. You are woman. You are. Yes, you are, yes, you are. You are woman. You are woman. So you are woman. Hey. And when obstacles manifest as natural, you are born for this.
To be a woman is to be the heart of the system, to be the one who brings life into our world.
Warning. What you are about to hear goes against traditional romantic counsel expressed by friends, family, and Instagram memes and quotes. Open-mindedness is advised.
So we get them before the monologue.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, and welcome to another edition of the Senate Podcast. I'm your host, Neil, and I'm always joined by my brother from another brother and your host, my brother from another mother. I said that kind of wrong. My mother from another mother. My mother, oh my God. Your host, Derek.
Hell, folks.
And together we are here.
Tripping over your words, man.
Yeah, man. And together we are here with another edition of the Senate live stream, the Senate Podcast. Now, first, my brother, how are you doing? How are you feeling? How are you progressing? You look sharp there. Have on your bow tie. And you know, whenever we try to see nice, what I mean.
Fire coming.
Yeah, so.
You got some pace coming.
Yeah. So how you doing, brother? How is life treating you?
Yeah, man. Man, I can't shout. I am here. I am good. I can't complain at all. I see Anton is here. I know that this title would have gone to Anton. You're here tonight, bright and early. But good to see. I see Aston in the crank as well. Good to see you, my brother. But yeah, man, I am good. I am feeling pretty good. I had a good workout today, so that's always a good thing. Had a good one yesterday too. I trying to ramp it up again and trying to see how was the best version of me at the end of 2022, at least physically. I've made some adjustments to the stuff I eat as well too. So eating more veggies and stuff like that. As I've gotten older, you know, I found that you need to. My principal would have told my former principal would tell you have to gracefully surrender the things of youth. So I'm trying to be a bit more adult and eat more vegetables. But aside from that, I am in good spirits. I am in great spirits, feeling good. Especially about tonight's topic. I am ready, man. What about you? Talk to me, man. What's going on with you?
Well, I'm good, I am good. Busy bee, but I am here. I'm good. I'm blessed. I am appreciating the opportunities that are afforded to me, and I feel good as well. Spirit wise, I feel good. I would say that. Body, the project that I'm working on has us eating very well, and through that I am putting on weight unintentionally that is not necessarily good weight, but I am good, man. I ain't gonna lie. I feel alive. I feel blessed. I feel happy, and I can't complain. Good spirits. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Senate podcast. You can, as you file in, don't forget to like, don't forget to dislike, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe. Hit notification bell so you don't miss anything coming down through the pipeline. We do content for you 5 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We do the Senate shorts, which are a bit lighter. Derek goes down into some ugly, dark places, dark recesses of the internet to find social media, to find you some stories that are a bit strange, a bit weird, a bit out there, but sometimes we hope not true, but it goes things. So like, comment, share, subscribe, dislike, comment, share, subscribe, hit notification bell. Tuesdays and Thursdays we have this space, the Senate podcast, the live stream, where we really talk the things. We are a bit more serious. We hold no punches, and we get into this stuff. Now, before we would have started, you would have heard some nice sweet singing by some fellas that look sharp, led by this one here to my left. He is the founder of the premier acapella group of the Western Hemisphere, because we don't talk about the East, nor do we talk about Asia. We only talk what we know about.
We talk about it. Well, yeah.
We can talk things, but let the people know about G-Syndicate. Let them know what's in the pipeline, how to find you guys. Talk to the people.
Yeah, man. G-Syndicate, we actually recorded a virtual show last night, so it's up to our editor now. The hands of the editor. It was a shameless plug for the editor. Yeah, so it's up to the editor now to determine when we get it back, and then we'll make a determination of when we're gonna put it out. We want to put it out fairly soon, sooner rather than later. It's just a hint to the editor again. But yeah, we trust we're in good hands. We recorded that, and we're gonna put that out soon. Also, as usual, you can hit us up on the social media platforms, gsyndicate6.com. Start there. You also got G-Syndicate6 on Facebook and YouTube, Twitter as well. And then on Instagram, G-Syndicate6, you got to spell out that 6. But yeah, that's what's up. Our album is on the way. I know this has been a long time we've been saying that, but it's on the way. It's finished. It's just to get to Barbados now. So yeah, man. As soon as we get that here, then we can start really cranking out some material for you guys. Well, some more material for you guys, right? So yeah, that's G-Syndicate, man.
Right, so we just saw Justin come in. Justin, what's up? Good. Hope everything is well. Marla's in the house. Jennifer, good night. Aston, of course, we'd mentioned Anton. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are watching the Senate podcast, and from the title you will see From Russia with Love. Now, if you are keeping abreast with geopolitical issues and the news, you would know kind of sort of where we're going with this. What in the real charts is going on here? Shout out this Justin, the best sports show, the best sports show in the Western Hemisphere, and this has nothing to do with Matt Skellerman, so don't mind the diss, Justin. we were first with that name.
It's true.
You can
It's
check
true.
us out every Monday, 8 p.m. Barbados time. Justin's better at telling you already, like 7 p.m. Eastern and Mountain time. Pacific would be, I guess, 4 p.m. I don't know Central time. Justin will put that in the chat. Justin will do a better job of showing socials as well. But check out this Justin if you're into sports, North American sports, basketball, football, etc. Anyhow, from Russia with love. We know what's going on there in Ukraine. We know that it's a mess. But some funny things happened along the way. Now, every Tuesdays and Thursdays before our live stream, Derek, we usually go on our social media pages, particularly Facebook. You can give us a like and a follow on the Senate Podcast on Facebook. Derek usually goes on there and he would start the discussion, give you guys a heads up of what's going on, and kind of prompt you, start a discussion, kind of get you primed and ready for what we're going to be talking about in the next live stream. And it's no different. A lot has been happening in the world since last week, since we last came to you. It's honestly not a joking matter. I mean, we are going to get into the issues here, but really and truly, this is a very serious issue. But over to my man, Derek. Derek is going to tell you why we, two men that are speaking about relationships and life from a man's perspective and part of the patriarchy, why we will be here telling you about From Russia with Love and the whole geopolitical issue going on. So take it away, my brother. Over to you.
Yeah, man. Thanks for the intro. As always, folks, hit the like button on the way in. Tonight we can discuss a matter that is of international import, and I'm gonna try. I was a little more agitated than I normally am to come and do this show, to be honest. But I decided to kind of dial that back. See Cherish in the house. Good night to you, Cherish.
Good night, right? Cherish.
Yeah. I was a little more agitated than I normally am. You know, I tend to be the more reserved one, the two of us. And I decided to dial that back and approach things in my usual manner so that I don't get too hyped, start ranting and that kind of thing, and I can be as logical as I normally am and allow you to fulfill your role and be the rat. Right? So we're the foil for each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
But seriously, I really didn't want people to lose anything of what I'm going to say tonight, because this is an important discussion, right? This is an important discussion. A lot of people wonder why, but before we get into it, we have a laugh first. We got some screenshots. If you could get these on screen, Neil, these would be fantastic, because
first one is up.
Yeah, this
feminists when they
hear people are being drafted for World War III, their friend is in the kitchen and looking happy about it. Yeah, you get another one there, Neil.
Oops, no, wrong one. You could go with that one.
There you go for me. Oops. Yeah, just so we're clear, this lady says, I'm all for women's rights, but if World War III starts, I'm just letting you all know I belong in the kitchen.
Woman in. I'm gonna let you know exactly what time it is.
Yeah, she belongs.
And then we have this next one here.
Yeah, this one from a couple of weeks ago, I think, if we on the same page, Neil. 46 years old, my boy 50 Cent. They say he looks like shit, never left the candy shop. I'm gonna take you to the candy shop. Right? Looks more like a whole dollar now. Let himself go, got rich. In fact, these are some of the comments people made about 50 Cent at his Super Bowl performance earlier this month, right? And then we have Lizzo, one of the patron saints of the show, 33 years old, significantly younger than Curtis Jackson. And the comments about her: she's empowering, stunning, and beautiful, a role model, body positive, a breath of fresh air. What else you got there for me, Neil?
We have just this as a follow-up.
About why we tear down. Yeah, weird how we tear men down and lift women up. And then the last one I found from our guy Justin Clark, who happens to be in the chat tonight. So Justin, big up yourself.
Sir.
This last one is from you, and redacted the name of the person who responded to you so that, to protect the reputation of the guilty. And this is what he says. Most women do not think that much about men. Sorry to tell you, we do not care what men think it means to be a man or want them to square up. We want to be safe, healthy, and most importantly, left alone, especially by men who can't keep women's names out of their mouths.
Ooh, spicy, spicy. Derek, before you go on, I do want to say this to all of the guys. We've noticed a trend. I know some of the guys were doing the Lord's work before we came along, on their social media pages or whatever, but we've noticed an uptick in guys, really keeping representing Fergie, Greg Ferguson, who's in here. Well, I don't know if he's in here, but he's a follower of the show, Justin Clark, amongst others. Mark sometimes will post on him. Mark Moore, shout out to Mark, he's here. But we are not taking credit for you guys doing this. I know you guys doing it, but we feel appreciative of your efforts in bringing some semblance of counterbalance to this whole patriarchy. Should they call it patriarchy anymore? Anyhow, my brother,
Patrick Archer,
as my man Justin Clark would say, Patrick Archer.
Yeah,
Paddy Archer, as we call him.
Paddy Archer.
Right. So Derek.
Yes, sir.
Open up, my brother. Frank.
Yeah, man. I intend to do just that. So let me get it. It may be time to stop talking about equality. Neil said it last week. And, you thought of cancellation and all that. I kind of bristled at it a little bit. But since the weekend, I am more than inclined to agree with you, Neil, because we don't want equality. And let me say this, there can never be true equality, right? That sounds rough to say. So let me repeat that part. There can never be true equality. Let me get this here on screen, Neil, all right?
So you got here for me.
This?
Yes.
A photo that's been circulating.
My girl.
What has been circulating about this young lady who's taking up arms? Anybody that's aware of the situation? You see Philip in the house. Good night to you, Philip. Philip calls me. Wonders if it were Obeah. But yeah.
Shaman.
Yeah, she says, I learned to use Kalashnikov and prepare to bear arms. It sounds surreal as just a few days ago, it would never come to my mind. Our women will protect our soil the same as our men. Go Ukraine. And yeah, we get it. Go Ukraine for sure. Yeah. And the women are taking up arms as well, right? Banana clip and all that, right? But let me say this, folks. It is. Just speak your voice, speak your mind, even if your voice trembles, right? But my voice ain't trembling here tonight. In life, the burden of performance is on men. Let me repeat that. In life, the burden of performance is on men. And it is time that we put some respect on men's names. A few months ago, we would have done a live stream, and I would have spoken about Simone Biles and how she, pulled out the last Olympics. And they made the point that men do not have that opportunity. Men generally don't get to mail it in, right? And say, but yeah, I didn't really feel it today, right? Men are expected to be where they're supposed to be and perform in any and all conditions. And more often than not, for very little appreciation. So what are we talking about tonight, right? Since the weekend, most of us have been following one way or the other the situation in the Ukraine on some kind of level, right? And one of the things that really hit me was the Ukrainian president Volodymyr Zelensky.
Mm.
He declared that men between the ages of 18 and 60 were banned from leaving the country, while all others, we know who others are, were encouraged to evacuate. Now, because I process things how I process them, my heart went out to those men, yes, but I gave a right smile at the same time.
Mm.
And I saw a lady in the chat, which I mean, she made the point that her son is 17 and she could not fathom, as one man would say, she couldn't fathom sending him off to war, right? So let me take a look at the article, Neil, that we would have found.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a read of that.
Yep, you on screen as you're ready.
For the New York Post, yeah. Ukraine men ordered to stay and fight Russia as others flee. Fighting age Ukrainian men have been ordered to stay behind as tens of thousands of civilians flee the country amid intensified fighting. Ukraine announced late Thursday that men between the ages of 18 and 60 were forbidden from leaving the nation, which has been under martial law since the start of the Russian invasion. Yeah, you with me, Neil?
Here with you, brother.
Some of the men were separated from their wives and children as they tried to board trains to flee, while others were stopped at the border. The Ukrainian authorities were nice, not rude, but they said that men have a duty to defend the country, said this person's name, Kovacs, 50 at a train station. I can't call that first.
I'm disappointed. Erzbet? Erzbet, yeah.
Kovac.
Yeah.
The United Nations Refugee Agency said Friday that more than 50,000 civilians have fled Ukraine since Wednesday, with many more making their way to the borders. Right? But people looking on at the Polish borders, they wait for their family and friends fleeing from violence in Ukraine. A woman who claims to be a U.S. citizen cries after crossing the border to flee from Ukraine. And then we have a family crossing the border. You with me, right, Neil?
Yeah, right side of you.
Into Poland, right? This guy, he actually managed to get out. You know, like he's 61, so he's probably 17. Anyhow, the intense fighting continued Friday as Ukrainian troops took up defensive positions in the capital of Kyiv, or Kiev if you want to go with the Russian pronunciation, where Russian bombardment carried on. Ukrainians trying to flee the capital for the western city of Lviv nearly caused a stampede at Kyiv's central rail station, prompting guards to reportedly fire warning shots into the air. So people were rolling out and running, fleeing for their lives, right? Others tried to leave by car, causing the second day of stop-and-go traffic. Filippo Grandi, the UN's High Commissioner for Refugees, said in a tweet that the majority of those fleeing are crossing over into neighboring Poland and Moldova. Heartfelt thanks to the governments and people of countries keeping their borders open and welcoming refugees. And then you got the tweet there. We got a woman, her daughter, and mother cross into Poland. You still with me right now?
Hey, right next to you.
Too fast? Yeah. Vilma Sugar, 68 of Uzhhorod. Let me try that again. Uzhhorod in western Ukraine spoke to the Associated Press on Friday from Zahony, Hungary, just across the border. She said her 47-year-old son had been stopped as they tried to leave Ukraine. I'm shaking. I can't calm down, she said. We crossed the border, but they just didn't let him come with us. We are trying to keep in touch with him on the phone, but it's hard because the line is bad. Well, you know, things getting bombed, so cell phone reception is going to be the thing of the past very soon. Kovacs said, we women boarded the train, but the men were ordered to step to the side. See the children waiting on the bus after fleeing Ukraine into Poland. A woman sits with her daughter after crossing the border into Poland. And then we have these here. Ukrainian men have reportedly been stopped at the border crossing. Got 3 little children here holding their hands going forward. Daria from Kyiv, who would only give her first name, told reporters in Poland that she witnessed similar restrictions. Even if the man was traveling with his own child, he couldn't cross the border, even with a kid. Jong Gedini Williams, spokeswoman for the UN Refugee Agency, said in a videotape statement, obviously UNHCR is doing its utmost to try to access and provide whatever humanitarian assistance and protection will be needed. And we are staying put. We are in Ukraine with over 115 staff. We will bring reinforcements as is needed, and we have a similar number in the surrounding countries. And just because I feel it breaking your hearts just a little bit tonight, take a look at this one. Yeah, you with me there?
Saddest goodbye.
The saddest goodbye. Heartbroken wives and children are forced to say goodbye to their husbands and fathers before fleeing Ukraine, while the men stay behind to fight. And there you see the images of people in tears and all that. And I felt it necessary to kind of bring that to the fore. But here's the other part of it, Neil, that we're not really considering. We got a video that we need to have a look at, right? Because this is what you need to really consider, folks. Please remember, this is war. This is war, right? So let's take a look at this video. This is what I call the epitome of sadly hilarious.
All right, we play now.
In Ukrainian about how brave and heroic is Ukrainian to protect our soil, to protect our future, to protect our freedom and our democracy. We are in the center of Kiev. We are here to protect Ukraine, and the Russian position
take a look at my guy.
About a little bit more than 2 kilometers from here. This is very difficult.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! 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 Yeah, he's going to war, folks. He's in his DPMs, served pattern material or whatever they call it, like that. He's going to war. So think about it, folks. Think about it. Last week, that guy might have been a school teacher or a banker or something. Today, he's still alive because that's a video from the weekend. Today, he is a soldier defending his homeland. And clearly, can't handle the weapon that he's been given. He had no choice in the matter. Yeah. The draft done away with back in whenever it was, but the draft done away with. But not for this guy. He had a choice. He had to go.
He's still there.
Yeah. And here's the thing, folks. It matters not your physical conditioning. It matters not your sexuality. And I suspect down there, it matters not however you choose to identify. If you were born with man bits, come. Right? And here's the really scary part, right? Please remember, folks, because, we're talking World War. So you might think that it can't affect us, right? But don't forget that. You're right. Errol, Walton, Barrow fought in the war in Europe back in the day, right? So these things tend to reach far. We got people that we still donated the poppies and stuff like that for veterans of war. So these things can spread out. But what we want to really talk about, folks, look at the situation that we just outlined. Equality and partnerships are out the door. Down through the headers. And the disturbing part? We good with it. We good with it. Right? Now, I want you guys to imagine, ladies and gents in the Senate here watching tonight, imagine if the Ukrainian president, let me get my man name because it sounds nice, Volodymyr Zelensky, if Volodymyr Zelensky had declared that all Ukrainians were prohibited from leaving the country, men and women would be required to take up arms in defense of their homeland. I want you to imagine that for a minute, right? Take a couple seconds to imagine that. there would be international outrage.
International.
Feminist groups across the globe would be freaking the hell out, marching and rioting. But my man Volodymyr Zelensky said men only, so, you know, shoot, be good. And the silence is deafening. You see, ladies and gents, when the barbarian is at the gate, what Greg Adams talks about this, barbarian at the gate. There's a book about it, a book by that title, The Barbarian at the Gate. When the barbarian is at the gate, we had a barbarian start a couple years ago. It's still here, not as bad as it was, but in 2020 we get hit with the pandemic. I was one barbarian. Suddenly, you know, we don't have massive, we breaking down massive door for toilet paper. Yeah. But when the barbarian is at the gate, folks, we remember traditional gender roles with quickness. Suddenly, Patrick Archer, aka Patriarchy, my man Patty Archer. Patty Archer ain't all that bad no more. Okay? Suddenly, we are aware of the fact that men have a purpose other than dick and money. You see, men go off and they pave the way for their families, right? They protect their families. In this instance, the guys in Ukraine, they're protecting their families. But men go off, much like John the Baptist, for those of you who dig in the Bible and stuff like that, to prepare a way for their families. I go and play ball cricket on Sunday afternoon. So when I go up at the gymnasium, when I go to the gymnasium, I see Chinese men. Chinese men up at the gymnasium. They sleep up there, they work up there, they do the thing up there, right? When we go and we look to any house, that building, any construction going on, we see a whole set of Guyanese men. Men. Gymnasium, Chinese men. Men. Shoot, we had a guest a few weeks ago, our good friend Ramel Hall, big up Ramel. Ramel left the shores of Barbados to go to China. To China. Where the only thing we know from China these days is emotional damage. That's the only thing we know from China. But Ramel left Barbados and went to China to do what? To pursue a better life for his wife and himself. So suddenly we recognize, well, shoot, men serve a purpose. Here in the Ukraine now, we're talking about save the women and children. In 2022, imagine that. Save the women and children. Shoot, even pets have been allowed to leave. Even pets. They roll up with a dog. But a man with his children turned back at the border, Drake. A couple of weeks ago, we did a show called The Expendables, Neil. You remember?
Oh, I remember it vividly.
The Expendables.
Mm-hmm.
And we spoke about the fact that men's lives have very little value. And we are dispensable, disposable, expendable. People don't check because, shoot, you only need about 3 or 4 men to repopulate the earth. You know what I mean? Enough sperm to go around for everybody. So if you got a fella that healthy and ready to put in that work, shoot, you need to go put in that work so you may not get the benefit of having the pleasure of the experience. Somebody hook you up to a tube and milk you like a cow. Service a whole set of people. So men are disposable, right? Men are disposable, expendable. But when the barbarian is at the gate, everybody's look to the men. We got a couple of people saying, a couple of women saying, oh, we can take our arms. Yeah, you take our arms, that's fine. That's cool. But generally speaking, nobody in what is called strong and independent no more. It's funny how that's get treated when nobody is strong and independent anymore. I got a couple of people that a little bit delusional, a little bit deluded. And we can look at this lady here now. This lady, she was confronting some soldiers in some Russian soldiers. You know, again, she thinking she is strong and independent, and you know, I'm woman hear me roar and all that. You on screen here?
No, it just came through WhatsApp.
Okay,
so
okay.
I just if you keep thinking again,
Yeah,
I can get
no
it on
problem.
screen. I didn't know problem.
Yeah. Stunning and brave, my joker would say. Strong and independent, that's all the women say. But sometimes we just gotta recognize real and see what it is and move accordingly, right? This article we're gonna look at, right? Short article. And I want you to see how people encourage foolishness. I really need to get with it, right? Let me know when you're ready, my brother.
Yeah, you're on screen first, lay down.
Yeah. Your occupiers and fascists. Ukrainian woman confronts Russian soldier. A brave Ukrainian woman, please note the language used. Brave Ukrainian woman confronted a Russian soldier and asked what Russian troops were doing on her land. The video of the incident has gone viral. So probably some of y'all have seen this, right? The video of a brave Ukrainian woman confronting a Russian soldier as Moscow troops closed in on Kiev is being lauded by several as the video of the incident went viral. As the Russian soldiers tried to calm her down, she said, "Your occupiers are fascists. What are you doing on our land with all these guns?" Well, it's war, darling. So guess what you think they're doing, right? And this is, you obviously will not play the video for you, but that's her, you know, confronting them. And she asks them where they came to our land and urges to put sunflower seeds in their pockets so that flowers would grow when they die on the Ukrainian land. It's bad man talk. It's real bad man talk. But, you know, it's just that talk. Caught on camera, the woman confronted a Russian soldier and asked him to keep sunflower seeds in his pocket so that they bloom when he dies. Take these seeds and put them in your pockets so at least sunflowers will grow when you all lay down here. I mean, that's a bad man line. let me be fair. Let me be fair, though. That is a top bad man line. That is a top bad man line, right? The video was shared by Internews Ukraine, a media house based in Kyiv. Lauding the courage of the woman, a Twitter user said, "The coming days and nights in Ukraine are likely going to be long and hard, but the spirit like this woman shows, who they may find he bit off way more than he can chew. Hashtag pocket sunflowers to grow sunflowers from their graves." Now, for the thoughts, ladies and gents, let us not encourage folly, right? That's a word we used to use back in the day often, folly. Let us not encourage folly. You see a soldier with a gun, armed. Sure, we don't ever play that game here in Barbados with the task force. The old party and the task force come through, everybody's humble themselves. This lady is clearly delusional, right? And then people go on social media and gas her up. We all know how that could have ended if that Russian, as a matter of fact, no, let me go the other way. If that was a Ukrainian man standing there running that talk, do you think that the Russian soldier would have been so accommodating to that? Let me know if you think that the Russian soldier would not have gone back this woman by if she was a man. Let me know in the chat. What do you think?
Let me ask you a question though, Derek, real quick. Does the article mention how old the woman is?
No, she looks older though. Based on her carriage and stuff like that.
But you know their care is on silent. So you don't
you know people really
people just keep it jiggy. But
they say anything, do anything, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I still like the sunflowers in your pockets. Or you will die.
That's a bad man line. That's a bad man line. I mean, like, you can't beat that in terms of bad man talk. That's like top of the list, right?
Yeah.
But she suffered no repercussion. We all know what would have happened if it was a man, right? Imagine men going to the border with the children. The children go across, but buses go somewhere in Poland, Moldova, them men don't know. But them gotta go back and fight. Now hear this, fellas. The women are saying, well, yeah, we could do the same things as men. The women are saying, but yeah, we equal to men, we won't fight too. Not en masse. Certainly not en masse. Right? It's like, let the men protect me. Let the men do the thing. Right? So we got these men that have been separated from the children, separated from the families. And they have no way of getting in contact with them after this fact. Because sure, we know that cell phones, reception and all that phone lines gonna be down just now, if they're done already, right? They don't know where the family is being taken. This is a real messed up part, no man. Real messed up part. Please consider women are survivors. Those women will move on with their lives. Cast your mind back, for those of you who watch, are acquainted with history. In the days of Vikings and such, it was not unusual for villages to be raided and, all the men deleted. But the women would generally survive these raids. And those women would have children for and live with the invaders for protection. Now, I know somebody can tell me, oh, but they had a choice. You always got a choice. You have to live with the man. You could delete yourself too in solidarity with your countrymen. You don't stand there and decide you're going to reproduce for them men that come and raid your place. Shoot, stand up and fight too. And when things get there, delete yourself. I see you going down with the shit. Shoot, we equal, right? You talking equality, right? Anything that men could do, women could do too, right? That's what we talking about, right?
They do better.
Shoot, they could do better. Yeah. Even in films, you watch in films now, you see a 5'2" woman sharing bare hand in a movie in a pair of heels like that.
Be them men that are
might
easily
be a your size, Neil.
Yep. Your personality.
Be them men be a your size. Yeah. I mean, if you think that you're joking, right, folks, about this part, if you think that I'm making sport about this part, Tinder has noted an upsurge in Russian men looking for whom? Single Ukrainian women.
The
Russian men know the score. The Russian men know the score.
And them up.
Are we up?
And them up.
When I run against some places, but shoot, all of these be control, man. Where your husband gone, come cross, don't dig nothing. So these Ukrainian women will have the opportunity to get brand new husbands, brand new lives, and start over wherever they choose. Meanwhile, their men gone on to glory. At some point, we gotta stop with this talk. It's an equality thing. We don't want that. We don't want that talk. Because by the time we talk equal, and we don't need me and my masters have my strong suit, you know that. But by the time we talking equal parts, equal portions. Same thing. So we got 50% of the men in the military, 50% of women in the military. Yeah? We want that? No. We want 60 and 70% women in the CEO positions. So we want that. We good with that. What do we want? Do we really want equality when it really comes down to it? Or would we be happier? Would we be happier with men continuing to have the burden of performance and taking out the hard jobs? The jobs that people really don't want to do because they will be real. We got some men in there, so imagine you accustomed drinking rum on the weekend. You ain't run away, not even for the bus. The ages you ain't run. And then suddenly you hear, well, yeah, come on, put on this what's called this camouflage here, put on this camouflage uniform, pick up this gun here that you never shoot in your life. You're gonna shoot at some people. You are more likely to shoot yourself than shoot anybody else. Right? But that is the burden of performance we're talking about. Nobody care. Nobody cares. Because when the barbarian is at the gate, men are expected to step up and perform. Show up and show out. That's what men are expected to do. And I want you to think about, because we know there's certain physical differences that just cannot be ignored and are generally bigger, stronger. That's just how it is. You want to fight with me, don't fight with me. If you want to message me and argue about that, you text God. That's how he works it out, right? You and God can work out that. There, you call with Jesus about that, right? But somebody has to do the hard jobs. And guess who sometimes don't have a choice is going to do the hard job? Men. Right? Men. Nobody ain't asking the women to do the hard jobs. And women, at this point, ain't volunteering to do the hard jobs. Women are saying, well, yeah, we want equality in this too. I sent you a video there, so just now, Neil, you got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, this one from Darius M. Right?
Mm-hmm.
This from my guy Darius M. And I want you to have a look at this before we wrap up, right? Well, before I wrap up. You have a look at this video. Let's have a watch and see what this lady says, right?
All right, just give me a quick second here. Just want to make a little...
Yeah, no problem. I see we are 299 subscribers. Ladies and gents, please subscribe. Let's see if we can get up to 300 by the end of tonight's show. That'd be fantastic. You see, you've got 25 people watching as well. So hit the like button. As you come in, folks, hit the like button. Sure, we be grateful. Generally appreciate the discussions we're having. Hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss any of the stuff we got coming as well. As always, we got the shorts coming for you. We do the long form content coming for you. But yeah.
All right, were you ready?
Yeah, man. Let's run it. Let's have a watch of this.
All right, you on screen?
Yahoo! Because hold on, I gotta move start right now. Y'all don't understand how mad I am right now. Like, this the reason people don't be wanting to re-enlist. You know, the army got me fucked up. How the army got you fucked up today, Wells? Well,
hey. Oh.
A few moments later.
I'm gonna try to keep it together. But so I just want to make this TikTok because I was just on live this morning. Of course, we all know
gotta love them
Russia invaded
officers,
Ukraine.
you know what I mean?
But in this TikTok, like, of course, you know, okay, I'm in uniform. Everybody knows what's going on. So, of course, everybody coming in with the Ukraine, Russia, and all of that, you know, comments or whatever, asking questions. And I'm just like, I'm not here for that. I'm not addressing any of that. But then, like, it's just like, I really hated how people are so insensitive, especially, like, and it's like, it's the civilians. But they're so insensitive to, like, what military people really go through. This is my first term. And like, it's like, y'all, like, what makes me so mad is like, y'all are so insensitive. Y'all want to talk about, oh, this is what you signed up for. This is what nobody goes into the military wanting to go to war, thinking they're going to go to war. I'm financed, for crying out loud. Nobody thinks this is going to happen. But like, civilians, y'all get to go home. Y'all get to go to y'all families, y'all go to work, y'all know what y'all life is gonna be. My life is so unpredictable. I could be deployed within the next few days. Like, I really just like,
you gotta love the fact
I didn't come into the army for this.
Join the army.
And it really like, it hurts me. Like, and I don't really like to let stuff affect me, but this is affecting me because this is my life. But if anything, I really just want people to be like, be more sensitive to the situation, because this is my life we're talking about.
She's
like
in her car,
there's potential
shitless.
that, like, honestly, like there's potential that anybody going over there can't come back, won't come back. So it's just I don't even know why I'm making this, but it's just like,
you with me?
People talking about the situation, like, please just keep in mind, these are real people that have families, people that have children, and y'all making jokes about it, and y'all this and y'all all of that, and these trolls. Like, these are real people, real life situations.
With
like,
no expectation.
Please just be
of ever
sensitive
having
to stuff,
to go to
like,
war.
I'm not gonna lie to any of you. I'm scared.
Is he just
right
saying that
now.
there's like nobody going into construction thinking you have to go on a job site?
Wait, man. Wait, man.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. To that particular point, right? To that particular point. Let me be real, Neil. I don't think any of us thought we would see a potential world war in our lifetime. Right? So you get this job with no intention of ever or even thinking about having to, go off and fight.
What?
yeah, I know it's the army, and you would think that rationally that would be the expectation.
What you think this summer camp? What you think this is?
The world,
seriously,
the world has been civilized to the point where we ain't gotta worry about no war in our sense. Well, generally speaking, we don't generally have to worry about war. We worry about the crime, but not the war. You know what I mean? And let me close out, folks, because I see the chat starting to pick up a little bit. So let me close out with a little quote from my guy, Winston Churchill, who said, "War doesn't determine who's right, only who's left." Yeah, let me leave that. Over to you, my brother.
Okay, let me deal with the interloper here real quick. Dealt with him. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, again, we can plug the show, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Dislike, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And let's build this community. Now, my brother, where to start with this? So, first things first, let me start from your back and come forward, right?
Correct.
Take all my shades. Ooh, it's bright. Isn't right? I understand. Like, there's a saying, it's so funny because we talk often, and we talked about this, I think last week or over the weekend, about hard times make soft people. No, sorry, hard times make hard people. Hard people make soft times. Soft times make soft people. Right? And I think that we're in a position where, based on what has happened in the last 100 years, 100 years. Last 100 and some years, right? 110 years. We have had, as a world, as men, as women, as society, as black people, we have had hard times. And through the fighting, through the pioneering, through the revolution, through the backs and loss of lives, reputations, and certain situations.
Hold a minute, Neil. Don't let me cross you. You see this thing a great agreed man about the players crying too. Yeah, men crying too, but guess what? Men can't got the choice to run a gun away.
And consider,
as much as the men crying, they ain't got no choice but to stand up and fight. So don't let me start over men crying too. Yeah. They're crying too, but the guys, my man with the banana clip that fall out. Guess what? He can face somebody with an AK, he banana clip gonna drop out, the enemy gonna laugh, he can get shoot.
He might get stabbed. But listen, the point is, you see, again, something I realized, Derek, now that we're on this point, I'm glad we brought it up. I realized through so much conversation I'm having recently with so many different people, new people I would have seen out on a boat, and having an in-depth conversation, young people, old people, right? And I've come to realize that people just want to say things to sound important or sound what what I mean? And one of the things is the whataboutism, as you like to put it, right? What about men's tears? What about the men that crying? Men crying because they legitimately are about to lose their lives. And them ain't posting a TikTok talking about how the army got them effed up. Them ain't posting and saying, yo, I can't believe I signed up to get a war, but they really got a war. Like, no, sorry. I signed up to the military, but now the military getting deployed. Man crying because, and don't get me wrong, don't let us conflate issues here. Again, the issue here is not that this woman is crying and afraid. You see, we talking about this video and making light, but not light, but we are discussing this video. And I know people can come and say, oh, but men just cry too. We're not, the issue is not crying. The issue is not fear of loss of life. The issue is that woman is literally saying she joined the military and did not think that she would have ever had to go to war. And she is messed up because basically it has gone into a position where she has to go to war. She is afraid. And that is to hammer home the point that we live in a time where it is soft. Nobody expects to go to war, particularly women. Women can join the army. Feminism has allowed any and everybody to join the army.
Take a pen, Neil, and they don't have to meet the same physical requirements as the men either.
No.
Carry on.
Right. So now anybody could join the army. Man, woman, anybody could join the army. But you know what happens when you get when the army and the country go to war? You gotta go there. Do you know why? Not only physically stronger and not only the difference in physical capability, but let's look at some of the challenges women have when it comes to warfare. Women have periods. Women have cramping. Women have all types of different physical challenges when it comes to physical exertion. Do you understand what I am saying? Men don't. Call it a gift, call it a curse. The point is when we go on a battlefield, we don't have, well, not that we don't have to worry about anything, but generally speaking, we are good to go to hike 50 miles to go and, go days without food and water and shoot. I'm not saying women can't do it too, but it is more of a mental, physical, and emotional challenge for women to do it. You want, when you go into a situation like war, you want the best possible persons for the job. When you're going to anything in life, you want the best possible persons for the job. And when we're talking about war, I would rather have a man that know how to keep his clip in his gun than my man that was just shown there.
No.
Likewise, I would want to have a man that is physically able for the rigors and challenges of war than someone that will not be able to carry as much, run as fast, and then have to deal with other physical challenges that are biologically hard-coded into them. And this is not misogyny. This is simple fact. If I want to win a war, I am putting a woman up on the front line. Not because she can't shoot. She could be a rifle marksman. If I got 10 men that look like me, that's 6'5", strong barrel chest, look like the Rock, right? And I got 10 of the strongest women on the planet, right? We will still have challenges. Women will still have challenges when it goes to something. This is not sexism. You want the right person for the job. Shoot, Rihanna was talking about it earlier. On the construction site, Rihanna is an architect. Rihanna is probably one of the best architects in the Caribbean. For sure, Barbados. So when you want a person to design your structure, you call Rihanna. You ain't calling Bob. You ain't calling Timothy. You calling Rihanna.
Me and you.
Okay, good. You ain't calling me and you. You calling Rihanna. But if you go, well, shoot. Yeah, if you go in war, right? If they look at me and they look at Rihanna, they look at Derek, they can say, too, when I come, Rihanna, you start here. Right? And you know what? Knowing Rihanna can be saying, but what about me? I want to go and defend my country too. You understand? Like, let us understand something here. Let me try to fix my camera quick as I make this point, right? Because we have to understand something here, right? We are not saying that women should not have rights in a society. That's not what we are saying. We are not saying that women should not have the ability to earn as much as men. We are not saying women should not have the opportunity to get out and work. We are not saying that women shouldn't have the right to vote. We are not saying any of those things. But we have to stop, as Derek said, saying that we are equal. We are not the same. And back to the thing that I was saying earlier about hard times and soft times and hard people and soft people. Things like war, things like famine, like real hard times does really show a society was really going on, When you got famine, you got disease, you got poverty, you got like real high rates of crime to the point where villages getting burned. When you got them sort of things, right? You ain't got the time to worry about, well, I is a strong, independent woman and I want men to approach me differently. You literally trying to survive the night. And human nature is about survival. So when we come out and we start to say, I'm a strong, independent woman, oh, I could do this, I could do that, I need a man to accept me for who I am, and I am the prize and all of this here. Society does not accept you for who you are. Society does not accept men for who they are. Right? So if you want equality, if you really want to stand toe to toe with a man, the same way you want to stand up next to us shoulder to shoulder and be counted and marked as the same as a man, understand what comes with being a man. You see the high percentage men, you see the 1%ers, you see the men making money that live in lavish, that got 10 and 5 women and living a life of decadence. You look at those men and say, I want to do that too. A man for me and 5 of them my girlfriends. I want to move like a man. Right? But you're looking at the things that man go through. How sleeping with 5 and 10 different women has eroded his emotional peace and degraded how he sees himself and the insecurities he deals with.
On the point of order, Neil, they're in a high value, they're in a rich man, or they're in the army, you know.
Wait.
All that going through the editors here the other day, I mean, Volodymyr make sure that everybody comes.
Every man between them two ages 18 and 60 stand up and be counted. So I understand, right? I understand that a lot of this is revenge patriarchy. I understand a lot of this is revenge toxic masculinity. I understand that men for millennia have done ills and treated people, women, poorly, and you want your get back. I understand. Men have had 15 children from 3 different women. And all of them know or didn't know, and there was abuse and all sorts of things. I get it. I get it. You want to live in the shoes of a man, but I can promise you, what if you want to walk in the shoes of a man, you gotta understand the calluses on his feet. You gotta look at the strain on his ankles. Yeah, you might see a man. Yeah, I got a wife and 2 other outside women, and yeah, my wife stressed me again by outside woman. But you ain't in that man's head to see that he really don't, like, as much as it's easy to say, but he can't clearly care. You don't know if that man is being the mirror crying to himself. You don't know if that man got psychological issues and the therapy he needs to heal from. We're just looking at the results. We're just looking at, well, shoot, men do it, so we could do it too. You think I want to be a woman? You think I want to have certain situations play out for me like how it's played out for women? Good, bad, and indifferent? No. No, I like being a man. And I like being a man because it is just all I know. And you need equal parts. You need men and women in a society. There are more women than men, and there is a reason for that. Because women are necessary for the propagation of the species. Like, absolutely. Like, when you go to war, you kill out all the men, you gotta left the women. Why? Because you gotta reproduce. You kill out that bloodline. There's no reason to keep the men of your enemy. There is absolutely no reason to keep the men of an enemy force. You know what that means? That means that when the enemy has won, the barbarian has been a gate, kick open the gate and say, yeah, everything in here, that ain't woman dead. And the line went up, you might shoot. You're lucky if they get a blindfold and a cigarette, but you can shoot same way. Right? And there's a reason for that. Derek said it before, women are survivors. Women adapt to any situation. And women's true nature is understanding and adapting, right? Men ain't got no choice. Men got to keep the threats at bay. We have to. And when I say we have to, it ain't biologically, ain't because I think men better than women or whatever. It is society is going to look at us. The same likes that you all like in men. He must be 6 foot this, and he must be intelligent, and he must have that, and this and that. You know that means the first man getting a war.
And none of that matters at that point.
You know that. You know that if a war get called, a world war get called now, the same 5'7" men that overweight and got high cholesterol and blood pressure and insecure in the face is the men that you can go hold on to. Because me and Derek going. Because we are able-bodied and strapping. Right? You feel that I can go and then say, I got to bad news about the man and say, man, so now me can't about that. Come and hold this gun. This is how you put it in, but you go to the front lines tomorrow and deal with it. 5:30. Right? Women have the option of saying, yeah, I got children, and yeah, you might want somebody to like nurse and mend clothing, and you know, you might want like meals cook and that sort of thing. So please let us get something straight here. We created this space and the manosphere exists not to say we want women to adhere to some archaic gender roles of when a man come home and the food in on the table, it's the man down in hand. That she has to cook and clean and the man keep it fed up because he's bring home the bacon and the paycheck. That's not what we are saying. We are saying that in 2022, we have to understand that as men and women, we have strengths and weaknesses. We are not the same. And the rules of this patriarchy, this patriarchy, does not lend to men. You want to know how I know? Look at this. Men got to stay and fight. If the patriarchy was benefiting men and it wanted to see men survive and thrive, you don't think that the women would be called to war? Let me talk the things, man, because if war break out and Barbados hold a draft, right? They say any able-bodied person over the age of X, Y, and Z got to go to war, right? I guarantee you that it will be an overwhelming majority of men, and we don't have an option. You see, hard times are the exasperated and exaggerated parts of society, right? When you have a society, we talk about it all the time. Men go perform, men go produce. Men can buck and cry and say, yo, this messed up, boy. I know the man got me here on the front lines and make a TikTok and this and that and next and third. Men cannot do that by societal standards. We cannot do that, right? We got to go to the front line. We got aim straight and hold true and hope that the enemy just had a bad night rest. You understand? We do not have an option. So if you want to come and say, right, that we ascribe to the patriarchy, misogyny, and this and that, the next and third, when there is famine, when there is war, when there's pestilence, any of the bad parts of the Bible come to fruition, I guarantee you will look to men. A few episodes ago, this was last year, Derek said men built the world. Kevin Samuels says it all the time. Men built the world, he built the infrastructure. Then we hear the equivocation. The reason why men build the world is because they were afforded the opportunity to do that. They were afforded the resources to do that. They were afforded to go to school and learn for the sciences. And, you know, women were oppressed and downtrodden and everything like that, right? But here now in 2022, everybody can do anything they want. Shoot. Women can go and get tactical training. Women can go and be experts in the field of combat. Right? Why we ain't seeing women running en masse going to join the army? Why is it still overwhelmingly 70%, 70 to 80 or something like that percent of men in armed forces? Because you all know full well that a lot of the things that you all come talking about, the word salad or the verbiage that we're not trying to sound woke with and seem to see like we're not just cool with it and woke and we trying to empower women and we tired of all of the black women getting put down and this and that and the third. When life really come up, when a raw and wriggling, right? When life really start coming at you all, trust me and believe when they want none of this man action, you know. When I don't want none of this masculine action.
Real talk. I said what I said.
Tomorrow, if a war break out, me and Derek gotta get up. We gotta get on to the draft office. And we gotta get with affairs in order. We gotta kiss with children, say, yo, I love you. You know, this what to do. You know?
Hopefully.
You know what I mean? We
gonna see any turning.
We gonna hope we see any turning. Women got options. Women got options. Women got options. And this is not, you see, and let's stop with the equivocation too, because I'm tired of that too. I'm tired of, oh, but you know, if they say no country is going to say every able-bodied person is going to the front lines. Why? Because if everybody that is able-bodied go to the front line and you lose the war, you do not have a country. You do not have a nation. Everybody gone. At least with the women, y'all could go on and y'all could have other men and y'all could at least have some bloodline propagated. Yeah, somebody got to stay home. Somebody has to stay behind. Somebody has to be the nurturer. And this is something that we do not understand. So please miss me when activists come and pseudo-feminists come and say, you know what? Y'all empowering Lizzo. Because I can bring it back to the micro now. We ain't dealing with the macro no more. Maybe we could empower Lizzo and say she is beauty personified. And anybody that has a problem with her, don't check her, or has a problem with how she behaves, you know what I mean? Anybody has a problem with how she looks and carries herself is a part of the problem of the patriarchy. Right? But when as a man, when you get it there, probably 50 Cent in a young man no more. When the man made candy shop and in the club, the man was a young man. The man was muscular, he was buff. No, the man has other ventures going on. Right?
But 50 Cent just ain't cut, but he's still a fairly large individual and his muscle, you can see it.
Right? But it's okay to talk about the men, is the point you're trying to say. It is okay to say he fat. We cannot use the word fat for women anymore. If you ask my son, if you ask your daughter, describe this woman, she is fat. She ain't portly, she ain't plus size, she is fat. In primary school, they ain't teaching women, children plus size. They ain't teaching the opposite of skinny is plus size. Right? So please let us stop with this. Or we gotta watch what we say in language matters and all that. The English language to me is, well, in its complexity, is rather simple once you understand it. Now, granted, me and Derek speaking of a position of they're doing very well in CSC English and having gone on to do, you know, we understand English language, but the point is English language is simplistic. Once you use it with the right tone, you good to go. If I tell you a woman,
the firm might throw an offensive bit. Probably it may be a little rough for this.
But if I say Lizzo is fat, what am I saying wrong? What am I saying incorrect? What am I saying? As a matter of fact, I venture to you, I posit to you that saying plus size to me would be more offensive than fat. Why? Because plus size
being disingenuous.
Right. Because when you are plus sized, it means you are different to the size that's ascribed to the norm. Think about it. You are plus sized, meaning that there is these sizes and you are plus size. So there has to be a special designation for you. When they really not I do not understand, yo. So we brought up this topic to show you that we get it. It sounds sweet. It sounds good to say women can do what a man can do. And it sounds good to point to examples of saying one or two women can do something better than a man. Right? It is okay to say that the WNBA, it sounds good to say WNBA players should be compensated just as much as the men. Because when the best of the WNBA got to the best of men in the BA, they will dominate. Right? It sounds good to say, but they're not apples to apples. They're not apples to apples because the best woman in the NBA goes at the best person. Shoot, a mid-tier person in the NBA, she would get fleeced. And I say that with no dipsy doodle in my voice.
None.
Right? Why? Because physicality, the physiology of a man and a woman are different. Right? I am not out here saying that men smarter than women are. I'm not saying anything like that. There was propaganda back in the day saying men smarter than women and women can't be educated. And we are not talking about those things. Why? Because those things are easily bad. They don't make sense. There's no science governing it. Right? You give two people the opportunity to learn, they will learn. Right? You give almost anybody, barring two healthy individuals in body, mind, and spirit, you give them the opportunity to learn and to do something, they will do it. It will just be done at varying degrees, depending on the individual. So it sounds good. It sounds good to say that men could do what women could do, and women could do what men could do. Right? It sounds good that y'all could be the CEO of a company just like a man, right? It sounds good. It sounds good. But y'all don't see the sacrifices that the CEO of the company has to go through. That he don't see his kids, and he don't, you know, there are a lot of women that are CEOs that have foregone having a family, and there is some regret though. So you look at a man and you see him successful, and you say, yeah, I want to be a man. I want that energy. I don't want taking a crap. I want. And I know y'all got a problem. Y'all women have a problem with the submission and the expectation of certain gender roles. You have a problem with the expectation of certain gender roles. You don't want a man to expect you to cook. You don't want a man to expect you to clean. You don't want a man to expect you to have regular sex. You don't want a man to expect you to do anything. But you expect a man to go there and work, though. You expect a man to go there and ask you out, to propose to you. Nothing! You understand? You have expectations on men, but men are not supposed to have expectations on you in any way. Right?
The men that keep our expectations to go and fight the war.
Okay, good. But we want equality. Y'all don't want equality. Y'all want your cake and to eat it too. Y'all want men to go to war and protect you and defend you. You want men to provide, and you want men to nurture, but treat you like a queen, though.
What did disrespect them?
Yeah. 50 Cent get a roast. Poor 50 Cent, come on, do a little 5-minute thing. You can find me in the club. 50 Cent look like he didn't even want to be there. His performance was even so good. When even attack the man performance, when attack the man, to me, the man like 50 Cent, make me never mind. Right? But no. Lizzo, the pose naked. But she Instagram. Oh, gorgeous, stunning. Oh, you work it, queen. You're men too. You are deserving of a man and be treated. Yo. Pump bricks. Pump bricks. Right? Pump bricks. Men are held to a standard daily by society, by men, by women, by other people. We are held to a standard. But what we are seeing today is that any number plays for a woman. The goal, you sent me something there. The goal, the goalposts keep changing because the standard for woman varies. A real woman is a woman that takes care of children. No. A real woman is a woman that empowers herself and loves herself. No. A real woman is a woman that accepts herself, flaws and all. No. A woman. Shoot, here the other day we had an election. A woman that had children got on a platform and talked about other women that did not have children. And her reasoning was saying that the women that do not have children do not know what it's like to care for other people. Why? Because they don't have children. Now, while I don't think it was in good taste, people came at her for the wrong reasons. Saying that as a woman that can't have children, I don't think you should be saying or talking about that doesn't make you any less of a woman. It doesn't. It does not. But let us not equivocate that a real woman is a woman that has children, don't have children, that gets up and work, does things. Don't let me equivocate that with women that are fat, women that are bad attitude, women that can speak and move however they want, and then think that they deserve the best. Amen. You want a man with that workout, you want a man fit, you want a man got money and thing. But what you doing when you here? You ain't cooking, you ain't cleaning. You want the man to provide for you because he's to bring you money and used to spend you on. You can let any old hoe shoot, and don't let children come because that once children come, then you all hormones.
Yes, that.
The point is that women have a lot of reasons and challenges to allow certain things to happen, to fall into a routine of not necessarily doing the best for themselves. Right? Women have hormones. Women have, their body changes after children. Their body changes after a certain age. You know what I mean? Especially as Black people, we are predispositioned to several different things. But at the end of the day, right? You know what we man gotta do? Derek is gonna get out and get his gym though 6 days a week. He doesn't have to. Shoot, Derek could grow his hair however it's growing when he's balding. Derek can let his grays fall where they may. He could get as fat as he want. Right? But then, when they're going to be saying, well, this man here in G-Syndicate singing however he want and look as stink as ever.
Like
himself. Well, look at who he feel he's somebody. And Derek come talking to me and this and that next. Right? Derek playing here and working him more. But Derek ain't working him more. He was a teacher and thing. No, he there home, ain't doing nothing. He just home there. He wouldn't even cut the grass, check to see if the house working, not so. Right? But daily we see women want a man to swoop in and take off the glasses and be Superman. I just want to sit down, drink my Mai Tais while my man provides everything for me. And the most that we get here is a little pop when you get home and see you got it, tiger. Keep it trucking.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
But that's the main thing there, you know, Neil. Men get it. Men understand we're supposed to do X, Y, Z. We're supposed to do A, B, C. Sure. E, F, G sometimes too. Men get it. Men understand that. But what men would like is a little bit of appreciation. It's like, yeah. Don't disrespect me and expect me to provide and protect. You know, don't walk about and say, oh, I don't need no man, I don't need you, or you only good for dick or money. Right? And then I gotta turn around and I gotta be the person to protect, defend the house.
To me, it's not
put
even
my life on the line. That's the challenge.
For my one part, right? For me personally, I don't even want appreciation, yo. I do not even want to be acknowledged for being a man. Right? I don't even need you to understand what I go through as a man. But do not come and tell me that I'm a part of a system or there is some system that oppresses women. And that, because we're speaking from the perspective of men, we have no idea what it's like to be a woman. We all don't have any idea what it's like to be a man. A lot of women are trying to be out here masquerading as men. I want to fail it terribly, though. Because a lot of y'all are toxic with toxic behaviors and saying y'all are alpha females. Meanwhile, when a man is toxic, we getting canceled. Y'all wear toxicity as a badge. Y'all wear contention as a badge. Cantankerousness as a badge. Right? That is empowering. That's what queens do. But men, shoot. As men, when we put bass in we voice, as we put a little bass in, who you feel in here talking to? Well, who's you? You understand? So for me, I don't even want to be acknowledged as a man. I just want you to pump brakes, stay in your lane, understand that you don't understand what I'm going through much as I don't understand what you're going through. You can help me understand much as I can help you understand. But don't talk outside of you talking foolishness about this patriarchy and how we oppressing and keeping down women. When we live in a time where women can do literally anything they want, but still refuse to do certain things because of a predisposed thinking when it comes to provision and physicality. Don't come at me sideways telling me that, oh, but, be in a partnership, in a relationship, and, I don't need a man and I don't want to submit anything, but I don't ascribe to gender roles, traditional gender roles, but you got to propose to me. You go when the burglar come, you go open your door and deal with that. You go cut your grass when Sunday come, right? And if a world war come, can you believe?
Oh my God!
Do you know when a man deserts war? What happened in the Kiev? What happened in the Ukraine when they men decide? Nah, not me.
No, it's jail time for that.
Jail time.
You can't run. You can't run like
yeah, but
that.
see, how many?
Muhammad Ali skipped out on the draft.
Okay.
I went to prison.
Okay. How many female deserters you know about? How many women you know when pointedly drop? Matter of fact, I ain't doing no research on this, but I can ask the general question. Anybody could point me out. Anybody could ball me out. Have you ever seen a draft where... show me examples of women being drafted. Show me the drafting process for a woman. Show me where a woman get drafted, she said, not me, and she get locked up, hauled to prison. Show me the examples. Show me. All I want is to understand the same way I got to be humble as a man and understand that I don't understand what it's like to be a woman, and I got to temper how I talk about women. It's the same way I would like that sort of courtesy though. Right? All we good for is, when it's horners and beaters and abusers. When a doing is lazy men. When they're not good. When I always got another woman somewhere. When I don't pick up nothing. When I fat. When I lazy. When I bald. Huh? But y'all are paragons of beauty. Liz Walker, look as she like. She is a paragon of beauty. Meanwhile, Jonah Hill was essentially the same size. Ball he out. Ball him out. And I could go down the line. Heavy D. I could go down the line. Fat Joe. I could go down.
His name is Fat Joe.
My name is Fat Joe. I could go down the line. Right? You ever see Shoot, DJ Khaled. I don't know if you remember at the beginning of COVID, DJ Khaled.
Uh-huh.
The man was at his pool,
We were
in his
roasting him.
house, bareback. The man had grays. The man them like cut his hair. Man was in a pandemic. Man, they got time to dye here and cut. That happening. Everything locked down. The man roast. DJ, and I thought 50 years ago, you know. The man roast DJ Khaled, you know. Man roast DJ Khaled. But I cannot go on Lizzo now and say, Lizzo, yeah, you need to get in gym. Who? I would get canceled.
Start taking off your clothes.
Nah. You shouldn't talk about women things. Who are you to talk on a woman's body? Who are you to talk about a woman's sexuality? Who are you to ascribe your version of a sensuality and sexuality on a woman? It is 2022, and you need to wake up and stop, get rid of that archaic, misogynistic, patriarchal thought process. Meanwhile, letting you get fat. Go blame. When they pulling the punches, though. Pulling the punches. But get
Well, they're fee for 50 Cent, and he's 50 Cent. So what about me or you, huh?
Wait. And that man is a multi-millionaire. Still got a good body, a good physique. All I want is the same way y'all want men to temper how they speak about women and how they do not understand what it's like to be a woman. I want that same courtesy afforded to us. I don't want y'all to appreciate us. I don't want you to say we love men and we laud men and we love the things they all do. To me, I'm a results-oriented man. That's gonna come out in the wash. If men are consistent, and men, I know you think about there's a results-oriented world. I see you. But if men are consistent and men stick to their purpose, it can come out in the wash. You can get your acknowledgement though. Shoot, if you whatever you do in life, it can come out. All I want is the same courtesy. I can't call one a fat. I can't tell one to put on clothes. I can't speak about women's issues. I can't speak about anything to do with women taking maternity leave and pay gap and stuff like that. Do not talk about men and how we are lazy and they're good and we always horning and cheating and beating. Because when I don't know, the statistics lend to something different. It lends to something different. Are these things problem? Of course, we've got several problems in human society, in the black community, in society as large. We have a lot of problems. But don't come and make it seem that men are the ills and then call upon men to go and fight the war. Because if war break out here in the Western world, in black community, if all of a sudden men is to get draft, right? I want to see the feminists. Furthermore, before I get to the draft,
feminists no.
Before I get to the draft, I want to hear them. I can call out. I can say, you're coming down the draft with me causing. The draft of the day. They're giving out weapons. They're giving out batons.
What you gonna do?
What you gonna come and do? Just all I want is the same respect that y'all have. Feminism has liberated y'all to a point where it's getting out of hand. Right?
Not getting.
Y'all have the opportunities. Y'all can literally do anything in this Western world that y'all want. Anything y'all want. There's no market outright oppression that you can show me data and statistics to say, because I know y'all like to say that we are not paid the same as men, which has been dispelled. We don't get the jobs that men get, which has been dispelled. Right? The same men that got up on oil rigs, the same men that got to build bridges and put up highway and thing. Why I'm saying the overwhelming majority, I think as Jordan Peterson say, when they could do anything, why I say I want to rush into be bricklayers? Why are you only seeing 2 and 3 women out of literally? I've been alive now 40-something years, and I've seen less than 3 garbage female collectors. Less than 3. And I ain't talking about the ones that drive the truck. Or even then, it's still less than 5. Why y'all ain't rushing to do them jobs? Why y'all ain't rushing to go and pick up mortar and sand and dig concrete? Where is this? Where is this? Why y'all rushing to get educated and gonna get a bit of management jobs with the same men that doing the same thing that we're not doing? With society need men to go up on roofs and dig to put on roofs door. Society need roads paved door. Society needs houses painted door. Society needs maintaining. Where are the women? Why it only matter when it comes to nice cushy jobs and being seen and being on Instagram and being lauded and getting likes and fame and fortune and praise. Cause when they want the equality, when they want the dirty, grimy work that we do, when they want to get in a skip pit, a shit pit, I clean that out. When they want that, when they want to dig in a ditch. Shoot, I don't want to dig a ditch. But somebody got to do it. And I can guarantee you, right? If it comes to, and this is Derek says all the time, if I have a child, if for whatever reason the onus of providing financially falls solely upon me and I lost my income and my job and I cannot make money and I gotta go there and shovel shit, I gonna have to go and shovel shit. Women ain't doing that. Why? Because there are many more. There are many.
They're protected by the state as well.
Shoot, not even only that, Derek. But let's be honest. Let's talk the things tonight, because society. There's a saying that a society is only as good as how you treat the old people and the women and children. Society is only as good as how you treat the homeless, the women and children, and the old people. So when the men of Barbados struggling to find work, you see women shoveling shit and digging ditches at the side of the road, well, how that look?
Yeah, but even in terms of this, it is war. Nobody wants to see women dead in the street, neither. Nobody wants to see that.
Nobody wants to see that.
Nobody wants to see women dead in the street. And shoot, with regard to that, if as you say, if you got to provide for your children, you lose your job. Big up my man, Justin Clark. Justin Clark gave me this one the other day. He said, this is it here. You as a man, you can't provide for a woman can't provide for her children, welfare. You as a man, you can't provide for your children, farewell. Up to prison you go.
Right.
And that kind of highlights the inequalities in society, right? But let me dive in the chat here, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
I see here some things here. So let me start with Rihanna. It says both men and women have hard realities. It's not the same. Yes, we know it's not the same.
And that's all
what we're trying to say.
We just want to acknowledge.
Men go to war, women give birth. They're not the same. Yeah, they're not the same. If I had a choice, I would have a child without my body expanding and the other risks that go with it. All right.
So you want to be a man.
Leah saying the veterans have PTSD. Not easy. We both have our rules. That is particularly profound, Rian. Yes, we have our rules. If only we could all see that. But I'll go back to the beginning of tonight's monologue, Neil. We remember our rules real fast.
Very barbarian that you get, boy.
Very barbarian that you get. Yeah. Jason is saying you can see the feminism leaving her body. Yeah. Justin says men know it's not easy. But you have to know the army is about killing. That's a fact. I mean, if you join the army, armies go to war. Armies go and fight. They just a whole Afghanistan.
Look pretty.
Camouflage and look threatening. You know what I mean?
And you can show the comparison videos of you looking like a soldier and then you in a bikini, showing that you versatile. Because they like to do that too, right? The versatile.
You've seen that, you know, or you could boss up in your uniform, and then you could boss up in a bikini. Yeah, boss up in our uniform for the people in Kyiv.
True.
Yeah. Ruben, good to see you, Ruben. Ruben says
Ruben.
The further away from the last war you are, the closer you are to the next one. That's a fact.
Fact.
Yeah. Jason says no one has sympathy for men's tears. Justin, the U.S. has mandated that women can be drafted. Yes, they have, and the women are not pleased about it at all.
Not a fan.
That equality thing going through the editors. Yeah. Tango Fox equal don't mean the same, and people must learn to understand that. Jason Bell, clearly watching some very good content, says pressure is made for shoulders, not for hips. Yeah. Watching some good stuff, Jason. Aston is asking if there's toxic masculinity in war or survivors and victims. Straight up. Straight up, they're not survivors and victims. Yeah. Randy, my neighbor in the house, says because women think that men don't have baggage or issues or emotional stress. Yeah, we did. I feel like we did this before as a show. People don't care. People generally don't care. You're going through what you're going through, but at any day, as they say, be top of the show, do what you're supposed to do. Be where you're supposed to be. Do what you're supposed to do. Perform. The conditions matter not. Perform. Do what you're supposed to do. Yeah. Jason says the world was due for a correction at some point. Yeah.
I wish it did come. I wish it didn't come at this cost, though. To be honest.
True. You didn't realize women had different physical requirements than men when enlisted in the army. Yeah. Self-loathing is rightly perceived as weakness. A lot of them might all of a sudden feel them as women. I am waiting for some men to say, well, hey, I identify as a woman and see what happens out there. And it'd be interesting if that comes to the US to see how they would handle that.
You know, I can tell you
very interesting.
I can tell you exactly how that gonna happen, right? The man gonna pull you out of your house and you dress. I tell you, try to get uniform. Because we need able bodies.
But it'd be interesting to hear what the feminists and all those groups have to say, especially the LGBTQ community, what they will have to say about that.
Let me put it to you like this, right? When you have things like world wars, when you have things like famine, when you have things like pestilence and disease, things that are plagues and stuff like that are wiping out people at a commensurate rate, like it is bad.
Yeah, everything is level out.
No, not only that. How it can look that you plenty people internet talking about how we think that they're handling this wrong and this and that.
In time for that.
No, but it's not time for keyboard warriors. In a time for that. Like nobody. You literally want to stop evil in the world. So nobody got time to talk about more women should be this or more women should be that or let's go on march. You can imagine a war going on and you both here marching. You men going off to war and you marching. You to include more women.
And they want. A lot of them is suddenly all of a sudden feel them as women, and they'll probably be ignored or called to fight anyway. Yeah, correct. Jason says he happily identifies as a 61-year-old female. Justin says not seeing any women in the Chinese army like that, and there's a reason for that. The Chinese army has made a deliberate move to have more masculine stuff going on. Mm-hmm. This is at governmental level, right? Mm-hmm. So they're kind of trying to rule out effeminate males and that kind of thing. It's a little draconian, but it's China. Now they're doing the thing.
But hold on a minute.
So here's the thing to consider. Mm-hmm. Imagine you go to war with the Chinese and they're rolling out all men and you rolling out women like we friend that was in the car. I really don't want to be there fighting. Or my mom with the banana clip that fall out.
And the gun trembling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let us point out something, right? Let us understand that certain societies have these draconian measures because the preservation of their society and their life and their country is more important than any one or subset of that society. So, for example, China would have made the move to have less effeminate men and ban certain like images and stuff like that, right? Because their long-term goal is to ensure that they have a strong country. I'm not here to argue the merits of if it's right or wrong. I am saying that leaders make decisions for the preservation of their country, society, and way of life. Right? What is draconian to us may seem like a normal Tuesday to them. Because they have a long-term goal. They want 1,000 years from now, they have one of the strongest, if not the strongest country possible. Again, I'm not here to argue the merits. I'm just saying before you start talking down on, this is draconian or how dare they, this is barbaric or whatever, consider, life real good now. We live in a time where last year up to last week, we only had to worry about a pandemic that was going away. Mm-hmm. Now we staring on the barrel of a real global threat. So I understand it sounds good and it sounds woke, but if it comes down to the preservation of Barbados and certain measures need to be placed, and we had men are about to invade Barbados and we needed to defend our country at any cost, believe you me, men getting draft, not having transgender people in the army, all sorts of things can come out and you could get vexed or pleased. By the end of the day, when 50, 100, 50 years from now, our children and grandchildren now could be in the same soft things that we ain't know.
Yeah. That's the worst is if you make it back and left piece of yourself in the war because they treat vets like shit. All right.
But
Kevin here trying to bell the cat says we ain't talking about Riri outfits, but they being quiet. Jason says not in good company. They're not cross our national hero. And I will say it to that time that Sarah Angel would have never do, you know. But anyhow, that's
all right.
Yeah. Jason, the NBA 12th man is better than WNBA All-Star. We're not the same. He drops a... Oh, okay, I can hook you up with that.
Stop the cap.
Yeah? Stop the cap.
Stop the cap right now.
You drop back here. Lee says she's the boss and the baby. Yeah, that's the beauty of being a woman. You gotta be two people.
Man gotta be only one.
Just saying, we live in a time where men are being shamed into not having standards. Yeah, facts. Mere standards equals discrimination / toxic masculinity. Facts. It's a balance. Even in the Bible, it says, "Husbands, love your wives, and wives respect your husband." Two different. That is so true.
But don't bring the Bible. That's archaic, Derek. Come on now. That was back in the time of a real patriarchy. So misogynistic. Patrick.
But that's the thing. Men equate respect and love. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, it's interesting that they say that, right? Ruben says the WNBA is the only draft I know. Justin says Beanie Man got roasted during his verses. That's true. Right. The same Beanie Man for the treadmill instantly, man.
With a train and all.
Yeah, make a whole man hit the gym in one. I still say Shelley Neil. That's a fact.
Appreciate it.
Tamara Eileen, good to see you, my friend. Been a while.
Tamara.
Yeah, in Israel, women also serve in the army from the age of 18. I'm not sure if it's called drafting though. Yagodo is trained in hand-to-hand combat. I never heard of a female draft though. Yeah, because that doesn't happen.
because let's understand something. Because I said this today actually. I think that everybody of a certain age should do military service. So like if you're 18 in certain countries, when you're 18 or whatever, you do military service for 3 years. Israel is one of those places. I think that is done for disciplinary purposes. That's to instill a level of discipline within you.
Yeah.
Right? But let's be honest. If a World War call and drafting.
I don't want that action. They can be honest up front. Yeah. Yeah, about that life. Roddy says the other day the roast Will Smith. That's true. Will Smith takes some pace. Which is interesting. He get more pressure than he wife that was horny. But that's another story for another time. Right? Kevin says there are enough female painters. No, yeah. Lee says a trainee painter officer told me the female prison is luxury compared to the male one. Not the dope. They have. She said they have toilet paper.
Oh, rascal.
So I gather that the male prison does not have toilet paper. What the hell? Yeah, we noticed that. Eastern European bosses don't play that crap. Consider trans men. Do they get drafted? I wonder if our man that would get drafted, Neil.
I would draft you though. You talking you like
7 foot back and run a hold up bicycle. We hit
brother man. From what we saw in that video, I drafting Zach.
Yeah, Zach gonna go the road.
Got to gut the road. I care how much woman you is. Like
Ruben says you draft men because in 6 to 8 weeks you can get the average male to a fitness level for war. I see you mean Ashton, you mean women. Then if them feel them as men, then why not? Sure, that's what it is. I really don't understand in terms of who's who. When you say you're trans male or you're trans woman, I don't understand who's who. So I just generally stay away from that. But sure, As you said, with drives, that I mean,
That
7 foot athletic like that.
he gotta lead the
You,
platoon. Gotta lead the
you,
platoon, man.
you got. I mean, you can't hide behind none of that 7 foot. But
Listen, I carry bicycle too.
yeah,
Carry bicycle to transportation and the weapon, dog.
yeah,
This what I would say about the trans thing, right? Like, again, I think certain things trait out these types of issues in a society.
no, when I say I always get confused as to
No. Yeah.
who's who and that kind.
Yeah. I agree. Me too, right? I generally stick away from pronouns and stuff that I use very vague and abstract generalization in pronouns. But what he's saying is war, famine, disease, all those things I mentioned, all the bad parts of the Bible, they're sort of a society. Yeah? Because there was a video we would have seen some time ago. I think it was a Dr. Phil where there was a trans man, a woman transitioned to a man. Right, and it would be very curious. It would be very, very curious. You did say earlier about the drafting process for that. And if that person you identify as a man, say come and fight, what would their stance be? Would they be like, oh, this is so archaic, I don't have to go to war, but the enemy at the gate, so we don't need no time, just shave and come. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is so interesting. And again, when it comes to things like war, famine, disease, you gotta make hard decisions. You can't dipsy do the decision. You understand? Man, right now we get invaded and we hear a man coming on St. Lucia and Grenada. Man die close. Then the time to say, well, we draft him. We draft. Yo, whoever, you come. Hold this gun. They come in that direction. But as a woman, I can't able that. Shoot straight. You understand? So it would be interesting to see from not only the sides, as you pointed out about the government process of it, but also to what these LGBTQ, what these organizations would say, like, you know, that, oh, we should not have the right, because oddly enough, they fought for inclusion for the armies. Remember, they fought to be included in the armies and to,
but not for the war. Like we girlfriend,
I signed
up for the army, but not for the war.
I signed up for the summer camp. I didn't sign up for the actual war.
Just says there are no trans men in the time of war. No woman assuming the identity of a person who has no choice but to go and fight. That's it there. Right? Nobody volunteering to go forward for that life. You know what I mean? And the men ain't got a choice. And the women who have been so vocal, all the feminist groups who have been so vocal, wanting to be included in everything, are suddenly mute. Nothing to say. Let me get my girl Keisha, man. Let me get Keisha for that. What Keisha tell you? Nothing to say about the situation and that they have been excluded from the military proceedings in Ukraine. The boy ain't fighting, not saying, why you want to left out the women? Suddenly we good with save the women and children. Suddenly we good with, you know, patriarchy ain't too bad. You know, and this is where the challenge comes for men in relationships with women, right? Women want all the good parts of these situations, none of the bad parts. Sorry, let me be very clear about what I'm saying. Women want the good parts of being men, not the bad parts of being men. I still get all the good parts of being a woman. I don't want none of the bad parts of being a woman either. So ladies, at some point you can go say, look, you can go deal with some of the realities of what it is to be a man if you want to be equal.
Straight.
You know what I mean? And if you you gotta deal with your own problems as a woman too. And don't blame men for them either. Yeah?
Not for your choices.
Don't blame men for that either. You know what I mean? Shoot. Them is the things you do.
Real talk. I said what I said.
Yeah, those are the things you did. They're on you, not on the men. But maybe at that kind of time, you know what I mean? It's another great show.
Yes, sir.
Read this here, Justice said, like a fart in a fan factory. No group standing up for the rights of those men because there are no rights. Cherish asks, so question, does equality depend on the decision maker? Give me a little more clarity.
Yeah. I think we need a little more context for that because that's a very open-ended question.
You fear question, yeah?
It does.
Just it says no outrage, just thoughts and prayers. Yeah. Thoughts and prayers. I used to say, you say that we might over there used to run for prayer and plus. Very simple secret. Yeah. Prayer plus. The steroids. WBA training, prayer and plus.
Plus.
That beating the body. Yeah, but folks, let me just wait a second or two and see if Cherish is able to fill out her question a little bit more so we can answer that before we get going. But ladies and gents, we are 299 subscribers. So if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, hit the subscribe button so we can get to 300 before tonight. If not, we can go to see if we can get to 300 before Thursday. It is Tuesday, yeah, before Thursday. That would really bless my heart.
Oh, I see what she's saying. So when we were talking about earlier, like basically in China, how they done away with effeminate men, and how they've put a stop and a ban on certain things, and the US is more liberal. If equality depends on the decision maker, I think equality is equality. I think, equality is equality. I think if you want to have a society where men and women can be either men or women or be whatever they want to be, that is fine. But understand when it comes to war or business.
Yeah, when it's
action time.
War is true equality.
Yeah.
Because then Russians, they get that little old woman a bloody. But when things really pick up now, she can't risk that,
Nope.
When things start to get hype, that old woman planting the sunflower seeds, nah.
I will put it to you like this: you will never be as. I've never been to war, huh? But from what I understand, having watched interviews of survivors and people I've seen, people like World War II and going to Normandy and World War I and SR times, you are no more equal than when you have enemies firing bullets at you.
Facts.
So when
names.
So Cherish, Rian, all the women that watching me and you standing shoulder to shoulder and bullets whizzing past me, they ain't gonna pick and choose me and left one out. Nor are they gonna pick and choose you and left me out. We 50-50 to dead here. So all I'm saying is when it comes to societies, again, we say all the time, you are the sum of your decisions, good, bad, and indifferent. So if the US want to let everybody do what they want to do and have everybody choose if they want to be a penguin or whatever, in 100 years' time, we can see how that come out in the wash. Meanwhile, we can see in China, if they stop with the feminine men and certain images and stuff like that on certain levels of the men, we can see how they come out in the wash in 100 years. You understand? Especially when things like war, famine, pestilence, disease, plagues knocking down at your door. That's all he's saying. I ain't saying that the US gonna falter. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that China will thrive. I am just saying decisions are made for the greater good. Good, bad, and indifferent. So if you allow anybody to be anything in your society, the results will show. If you hold fast and say this is what you are and this is who you should be, it can come out in the wash. All he's saying.
Yeah. Amara says, if given the opportunity, I would fight, but it broke my heart to see men having to leave their wives and children. Preservation of life supersedes ideology. Yeah.
Tamara, I love you, right? I love you, right? But if I was in a platoon with you, and we both got rifles and we had looking at enemies and bullets with the paths we had, I don't know if I got confidence with you to my left there. I love you to death, girl. I know you for all of my life. But yeah, I feel better with you at home, please. Thanks.
Yeah, folks. Watch the Senate podcast here on YouTube. They're great. Another, thought-provoking discussion they found. On Thursday, we'll be back here again. And
Jan says, let's play. There's no World War III. I think, by and large, I don't think I ain't able. I don't want that.
Yeah, nobody ready for that. No. We really
not in 2022. Like, war in 2022.
Yeah, we are looking for that life. So, guys, before we get to button, we've been commenting all night. We don't mind that. share this content with somebody, because these are discussions that need to be had, right? So share the conversations with some people, let them take it in, have a chat with them too. Shoot, this makes very interesting water cooler talk. You can't go a water cooler in these times, but you get a good point. Share it with your family, everybody have a little bit of a discussion, chop it up, and see if you learn something. We hope you learn something from listening to us. Maybe you get a little bit of a clearer understanding of how men approach things, how we see things. So yeah, man, that's where we at. We enjoy having the conversations. We appreciate seeing you share it with somebody else. Let somebody else be part of the community and having a discussion with us. We don't mind that at all. I mean, shoot, after all, you can ignore reality all you want, but you cannot ignore the consequences of ignore reality. Yeah, Neil, like we don't make up the rules. Shoot, we don't make any news either. We just report it and make sure that you know what the rules are, right? Be the best version of you for you guys. We will see you again very soon. We got a short coming tomorrow, so look out for that. We have some very interesting shorts coming to you guys.
Wellness. Don't mind this, man. Wellness.
So yeah, look out for those coming very soon. We'll be back here again Thursday at 9, Neil.
Yeah, Thursday at 9. Yeah, yeah, I believe so. Safe. I think there's to be safe. 9 should be. We should be good.
9 to be safe. So we'll be back here on Thursday. Be safe out there, guys. Please remember.
Contaminated environment. And the tutus about that.
Yeah, we'll see you guys again on Thursday.